Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Rebels will put total leather to crank us up. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will have the first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
The short hands, it's York. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Rebels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing.
Turning it on! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the quick grab.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Grab near the sticks. It's York. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They'll move the tight end. He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Golden Gophers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and 1. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play safe.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the right. And the timing just a hair off.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Back to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. He'll take another shot here. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on first down, the throw.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
He's open on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you've got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. And they'll just down it right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
From his end zone, he'll go up top. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in on the left. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the outside. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They're working that left side. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Eldridge. Moves around to clear up the vision. Wideout trying to get it in. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. The Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Coming out with it, it's Everett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Fires one high and deep. Brings it down on the right side. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers have this offense rolling.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And this one is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Going to be interesting to see what the...
Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Everett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this attack.
The Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls.
He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Eldridge. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. Into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Eldridge. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Heaves it on the run. Got it in stride inside the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays, the field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Third down following the sack by the D. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finds the tight end. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Going with the ground game left. Crosses the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Using his legs, it's Reed. Across the 45. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again. Before going in at halftime, guys, I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
He'll bring it out. It's Everett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Eldridge. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14. The Rebels have taken it inside the 20. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scored like what happened right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and, hey, even cause a turnover.
Time to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 30. He's loose down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The give on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Can't connect on his first throw.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And this one will be touched and down at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for us. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Open spaces. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And it'll be down right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
At the 35, he's loose. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Looking to pass. It's Eldridge. Zings it complete to the right.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Reed. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense in an empty set. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Eldridge. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He wants it all. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can...
He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Eldridge. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that.
Turning it on. Oh, the quick spin move. He's inside the 40. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Look out, he's got room. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point in the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. The give from the gun. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback may change this route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air, it's Eldridge. They get to him as he throws. Finds space on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
All wideouts, no backs. He's going to let it go. Snags it on the right. Running free. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing really this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you know what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start off offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Eldridge. He uncorks one deep. He's got it for a big play. Racing down the left side. He's at the and we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, Dave.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And some room to work. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And down he goes back at the 3.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. It's Eldridge. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. One more play to pad the stats. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Eldridge. Going for it all. make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination and all